Hello everyone, welcome to another Mekk deck profile. I'm very happy to bring you this deck profile because it was a very nice tournament. I just won it, I just got home from, I think it was like 9 rounds or whatever. It was basically a 2000 reals, 2000 BRL tournament, which is around $400. It was 2 plane tickets, each are about $200 each. I won it, I also won a playmat. It was the live twin one. I gave it to a friend who liked it, who also lent me the cards. So yeah, I'm not going to take full credit for this deck build. The original idea came from Bellbind, or also known as SV and MS on Dueling Book. He's a very relevant Mekk Knight player. He's a very good player. He also usually has a very high ranking. He helped me a lot of his deck. I put my own spin on it. I changed a lot around for what I think is the best way of playing it. And without any further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So first off, we're going to start with a singular copy of Girsu, just the singular one. Then we're playing 3 Blue Sky, as well as 3 Purple Nightfalls. And that's for the Mekk Knight starters. We're also playing 3 Word Legacy Memory, and that concludes our Mekk Knight starter package. We also have the engine, but I'll get to that later. Then we're playing 3 Aquamancers. This is our normal summon for the deck. This by itself makes hit soul, it also can make a negate, it can be spot removal. It's a very good card. We know how good the Adventurer engine is, but its synergy with Mekk Knights is just actually insane. I didn't know it, and after playing it for a long time now, I just realized how good this card is. So yeah, 3 of those. 1 Faithful is also gets through it, and it also sets up a column by itself, so it's a very good card. A copy of Foolish Burial, which gets to Aquamancer, so we get another starter. Then 2 copies of Right. These cards are all borrowed from a friend, the Adventure Core. He only owns 2 Right, which is why I'm playing it Foolish. You could run 3 Right, but these was fine. You probably should run 3 Right if you have the third over Foolish Burial. Then from the one-offs, 1 Prosperity to see the cards that you want to see, the starters. Then for the engine part, we're playing 1 Succession for the Girsu. We're playing Spot Removal for the Adventure Engine. Red Moon. Griffin, which is the negate, and also a very good body. We're playing 1 copy of Secrets. Since we're not in Chaos Ruler and we're not milling the cards, we're only playing 1. You do sometimes miss the second one. The losses I've had were because this got removed from the field and I could not set up another one. However, I do not think it's worth one of the losses I had, because I only lost one match and another game. One of those games was because I didn't have a second one of these, but I do not think the consistency hit is worth it to play a second copy, especially because it's not needed 90% of the time. Then a World Legacy World Chalice, which is I really like armor, but I do see why this makes more sense in this version of the deck. Bellbind got me on this, by the way. And 1 Indigo, which is just standard for the Mekk Knight parts, because you want this for Secrets to be very good. Is also a naked body with purple for Dingers. Then for the responsive and defensive cards, which is honestly the best part about playing this deck, because you can play so many. We're on 1 Call by the Grave. Then we're on 2 Forbidden Droplets. I do only own 2, but I wouldn't play more than this. I think this was the perfect ratio of them for this tournament and for 40 cards, because this is a 40 card deck. Then we're playing 3 Infinite Impermanences, which is just a superb hand trap. 3 copies of Veiler. I wouldn't change this hand trap for any other at this moment. This is a very good hand trap. 3 copies of Ash. On the finals, I actually played the first game with my side deck wrong, and I made the Heat Soul play to try and draw this against Despia, and it simply wasn't in my deck. But it ended up not mattering, and it was fine, but yeah, it was funny. And then for the last ones is 3 copies of Nib. So yeah, we're on 12 hand traps, 2 droplet, so that's 14 cards that help you a lot going second, plus call by, which helps us a lot. That's a really good ratio, and I'm liking this right now, and that does it for the main deck. Now let's go for the side deck. Side deck is really important. Red Reboot against trap matchups. Lightning Storm against some of the roguish decks and a lot of back row. More back row hate, because this deck does suffer a lot of back row, and one caused me to round out the spell trap removal. Then for the different hand traps, I played 3 copies of Droll. I did side it out a few times. I ended up not seeing it at all during the tournament, which is, well, it happens, but it's still a very good card. I wouldn't change it. 3DD Crow, this won me the finals because it stopped Daspia and it was a very, very good card. I wouldn't also change this because this is just very good. And 3 copies of Token Collector. This card could be just 2 elves, and if you wanted to change something, I would recommend just playing 2 of these cards and playing something else. It really does not conflict with your engine. I've heard a lot of people telling you this, so I'm just saying it now. It does not conflict with you having your own adventure token stuff. Because if you have the negate, you can just use the negate first. You will be kind of forced to use it before using the token collector. However, you can use it and then use it to protect the token collector, especially against Sword Soul and some other adventure matchups, which is very strong, but anyways, the point being is you can remove it also with your Mekk Knights. It's just free link material on your turn, because if you want it, you can just, again, use it as link material. That's what's important. Okay. Now for the extra deck. The extra deck is very tight. There's about 4 cards that I wish I could play in here, but I just can't because of space. I played one, of course, this for adventure token, and of course these for the Gears 2 tokens. Then I played 1 copy of Artemis. Thank you, Adriano, for lending me this. This card comes up incredibly much. You make this all the time, so you really need to play it to be able to play this deck. Then 1 Link Spider. This comes up relatively enough, mostly to make columns, because usually when you go into the Galatea line, you can use another Mekk. And then this, the whole Gears line, these are the best parts of the Esper deck. This is the best play the deck has: baiting interruptions, setting up your board and breaking their boards, and then making this. This helps you win so many games, it's not even funny. This funny card, this is a Mystic Mine out for the deck because you can use it to equip the Draco deck. This also just helps making Heat Soul. You could use Brooding Force, but this is more generic, and since you're just like 90% of the time using it as a link fodder, you just want this, because on the off chance you have to use something weird, this works more. Tulip, I did end up making 2 of them quite often, that I think it's required to play 2. I wouldn't play 3. Beltbind plays 3 and he stands by it, but I don't think it's necessary. I could be proven wrong though, but why wasn't the other day? Or Morningstar, this is all you need. I made this twice, I think, during the tournament, and rarely make it while testing the deck, so 1 is fine. Unicorn, I like this card, I think it's very useful. Didn't make it once. Am I gonna cut it? Maybe. I don't think so. I just think its utility is very, very good, but as I said, it didn't come up. But it's a very good card. Heat Soul, I love this card. Comes up a lot, gets big in attack values, draws you hand traps. People don't expect it. The second effect is actually really, really good if you're playing Masquerena, but you can also just make lib if you end up getting back on your turn, and because you can make lib without having a World Legacy, I'm pretty sure, with this. 99% sure I'm saying this, but I think you can, and again, it's just a very good card. Wannapalooza, because sometimes you have a bunch of materials and you're against a deck that you'd rather have 3 monster negates and 1 Omni negate. Drytron is one that comes to mind, for example. Access Code, broken card, you want to go for game. This helps me a lot. Avermax, even more broken card. This doesn't necessarily help you go for game, but this helps you survive more than anything, and yeah, it wins you games. One of my favorite cards. There's not a single game I make this where I don't win, or where this doesn't make me win by itself. Like, there's a lot of cards where there's a lot of boards that I have to deal with a specific card, a specific interruption at a specific moment that I don't think any other card in the game except this answers. So this is just an amazing card, and I stand by it a lot. And then the last 2 cards are Gears 2 and Zeus. these are also the reason why you play this deck. This and hand traps are the reason why you want to play Mekk Knight right now. Such a versatile engine and such a very strong play the deck can go for. So yeah guys, that does about round it up. I wanted to shout out to my friends. I want to shout out firstly my girlfriend, which walked with me through the tournament and stayed by my side the whole time and was there to help me play through it and everything. My friends, Marcelo, which lended me the Adventure Core, Adriano, which lended me the Artemis, all my friends that helped me test, Bellbind for showing me the deck idea and everything. And yeah, I'll be posting another deck profile from another tournament I came first place in as well. That one is a Cyreflector Mekk Knight deck profile. I already have it recorded. I was gonna post it before this one, I just procrastinated way too much. But yeah, now I'm going back to the game. I'm gonna play in the YCS. The event that I won was for a plane ticket to the YCS. And I will be attending it. I will be playing tournaments if POT does actually come to Brazil. We're not 100% sure on that yet. And also, if you guys are wondering about the weird structure of the tournament, here in Brazil, plane tickets are really quite expensive and a lot of people cannot go to these events without plane tickets. So the start doing these events, I think it's something very, very nice for you to do. Yeah, that's about does it. Just to talk about something else, if you want to know how to get to Heat Soul by just using Aquamancer, you normal it, you make Artemis, you use it to search the token, choose right, then right effect, get a token, then Fateful, get another Aquamancer, send something random, summon Aquamancer, you then make Link Spider, and then you can make Heat Soul. I had some people who ask me how you do it, so this is how you do it, just short and simple. You don't always go for it, you usually go for the Omni Negate, but against some decks, you need a specific response, and this is better than having just a single Omni Negate. So thank you guys for watching, I'll see you guys in my next video. If you have any doubts, any suggestions, anything, just leave them on the comments, and thank you so much. See you guys.